This is the story of a marvelous miracle that took place a few days before Christmas of 1956 in Communist-occupied Hungary. The story comes to us through Father Norbert, a parish priest in Budapest who later fled to the West.
The Catholic Men's Podcast, helping you find good works of literature for the Catholic gentleman.
Gertrude was a rabidly militant communist who was an elementary teacher in a girls' school. She made it her mission to try to steal her pupils' Catholic faith and missed no opportunity to either mock their belief or to slyly indoctrinate them in Marxist propaganda. One particular pupil, Angela, an intelligent, devout little leader, asked Father Norbert to let her receive Holy Communion daily to help her bear up under her teacher's constant persecution. "She will persecute you even worse," Father Norbert warned, but the 10-year-old insisted she needed Jesus more than ever. Well, sure enough, from that day forward, sensing something different, Gertrude began a veritable psychological torture campaign. On December 17th, the schoolmistress devised a cruel trick meant to strike a deadly blow against what she termed ancient superstitions infesting the school. In a kind voice, she began to question the children, promoting atheistic materialism, arguing that things can only exist that can be seen and touched. To illustrate her point, she asked Angela to step out of the room. Then she had the whole classroom call to her. "Angela, come in," called the girls in unison. Angela entered, intrigued but suspecting a trap. "You see, girls," smiled Gertrude, "because Angela is a living person, someone we can see, hear, and touch, when we call her, she hears us. But suppose we were to call the infant Jesus, in whom some of you seem to believe. Do you think he'd hear you?" There was a loaded silence. Then some voices timidly said, "Yes, we do." "What about you, Angela?" asked the teacher. Now Angela understood. She expected a trap, but not one so terrible. She answered with ardent faith, "Yes, I believe that he hears me." Now Gertrude laughed loud and long. Then turning to the class, she shot, "Well, then call him." Silence. The communists' arguments had not been totally ineffective. Suddenly, Angela rushed to the front of the class, her eyes glistening. Facing her classmates, she shouted, "Listen, girls, we're going to call him. Let us all call together, 'Come, infant Jesus.'" All the girls sprang to their feet and began, "Come, infant Jesus! Come, infant Jesus!" Gertrude was taken aback at this. She had not expected such a reaction, but the young ones continued their calling. There was now an aura of expectant hope around the little leader. When anticipation was at a height, the classroom door opened soundlessly, and an intense brightness shone there. Then it entered the classroom, and slightly increased like the light of a great gentle fire. In the midst of this splendor, there was a globe that shone with an even clearer light. As the girls and teacher watched riveted to the floor, the globe opened, disclosing a handsome infant dressed in a resplendent tunic. His smile was ravishing as the little girl smiled back in perfect peace and joy. Then, gently, the globe closed and disappeared through the door. The children were still wrapped in admiration, gazing in the direction of the door, when they were jolted back to earth by a sharp scream. "He came!" screamed the terrified schoolmistress. "He came!" And she fled down the hallway. Father Norbert questioned the little girls one by one. He attested under oath that he did not find the least contradiction in their accounts. As for Gertrude, unfortunately, she was interned in an asylum. The tremendous shock of the apparition affected her godless mind, and she never stopped repeating, "He came, he came." If you'd like to hear more Christmas stories, just click on this playlist above me here. The beautiful music for this episode was performed by the Benedictines of Mary, Queen of Apostles, and I'll put a link to their CD in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you, and Our Lady keep you.